So I've just opened up the brand new LEGO Mindstorms EV3 software, and this is what it looks like. We're going to take a look at the work area and some of the tool options that we have. First of all, this play block in the middle is set up. This is where we're going to start our programming. This is all drag and drop with blocks from down in our palette here, and they're just going to be dragged up into play up at the top area. So we have all of our tools arranged in palettes or in tabs. This first green tab, these are all of our actions. We've got our motor block for our medium motor, large motor. We can steer here with these two blocks. We can show things on the brick display. Here's some sound outputs and our status lights that we can show or not show on the front of the brick. Next palette is our flow controls. This gives us another start button. This gives us a wait. This is our loop block. This is our switch block, and this is our loop interrupt. The next palette, the yellow palette, these are all of our sensors, and these are all for inputs. Brick buttons, this is the color sensor block, the gyro sensor block, infrared, motor rotation sensors, a temperature sensor if we added that on, timer, touch sensor, ultrasonic sensor, our energy meter, and a sound sensor. And the sound sensor and the temperature sensor and the infrared sensor would be add-ons. They don't come in our base kit, just so you know. The next palette is the red palette. These are all of our data operations. These are math variable options here. We'll talk about those in future videos. The blue palette is all of our advanced blocks. And last but not least, this teal green is going to be the area where we save all of our My Blocks, and we'll talk about that in an upcoming video. But for now, let me just kind of show you that you can drag and drop these blocks from the tool palette up into the work area. Brand new to this software is our zoom feature. We can now zoom in and out, which is awesome. We couldn't do that in the last NXT software. We can also move these around with this hand tool. It looks like a little hand. You can just grab it and move everything around, and that is a huge improvement over the software that the NXT software that we had last go around. Something else down here in the bottom right corner is our brick panel, and I want you to notice that I've already renamed my brick that's plugged in via USB. In fact, I'm going to rename it again. I'm just going to call him Steve because we made him in a previous video. This shows the current firmware and the connection type. I'm using USB. We also have some other options for connecting Bluetooth and now wireless, but for right now we're going to keep it on USB. If we click on here, this is actually going to show us what things we have in what ports. For example, in port A and port B, it shows that we have these large motors, and port C is our medium-sized motor, which is pretty handy. If I had sensors plugged into any of the 1 to 4 ports, it would show those as well, but for right now I don't have any sensors plugged in. And again, this just shows me the name of my brick. I've only got one plugged in via USB here. I can refresh the list, or I could also choose to disconnect here. When I get ready to send this program, if I wanted to the brick, all I would have to do is click on this download button, and it would send that program to my brick, and now I have that program downloaded onto my brick. I could also choose, while it's plugged in, to run it from here. Download and run, and then just run selected. Probably not the best idea to do while it's plugged in with a USB cord, but if you're going to connect via Bluetooth or wireless, this would be a pretty nice feature to have, where you could just download it and run the program from your desktop. So that's pretty nice. Just want you to be aware that you could actually have a couple of programs pulled up at once. Just like browser windows, you can just plus and have multiple projects that you're working on at one time. And just like anything else, when you're ready to save the project, you just go to File and Save, and then this will allow you to save, or to name and save your program wherever you'd like. So I'm just going to name that Test. And again, before I shut down this, I'm going to just download that program to the Steve brick, and I'm going to close out of here. And that's just a brief overview of the software. We'll get into what each one of these tool palettes does in future videos, but for now, that's enough to get you going and get connected.